A typical day for me can start at any time because I'm very lucky to have a job that's very flexible because I work in a company that has a startup culture. So one aspect of startup culture is that you have some flexibility with your schedule. I walk to work in the morning generally, and I go to my office, which is in what's called a startup incubator. So I sit at a table with my company next to a table with a different company next to a table with a different company, and I have the opportunity to interact with all sorts of people, not just people from my own company. If I'm early in the project, I'm still working with the data a lot, which means reading sentences, labeling them as certain categories that I'm aiming to cover with the chatbot. So, for example, if someone says, "I'm sorry," we would label that as an apology. It's just a very simple example. If it's later in the project, I'm actually making mathematical models that will predict when you feed a sentence into the chatbot, what it will understand when you bring it back out. So that's making a model that will understand that when you say, "I'm sorry," the chatbot returns apology. And that's not just "I'm sorry," that's "I'm very sorry. I truly apologize." Every iteration, every variation you can think of for an apology, it should be able to understand just about all of them. So tweaking that model or adding more data into the model if need be is sort of a later stage part of the project. And then I walk home, and sometimes I spend that time working on other professional development things like reading an academic paper or reading a bit of a textbook in a topic I don't know as much about, and just generally trying to enrich my own knowledge of my field.